Southeast Georgia and the Lowcountry. This is WJCL 22 Morning News. See us.
Brunswick will be remembered for this verdict.
Right now on WJCL 22 Morning News, the eye of the nation on the Glenn County Courthouse. What we know right now as the trial for the men accused of murdering Ahmaud Arbery heads into day 5.
There were 3 people right there.
And in another high-profile murder trial, a murder suspect's breakdown on the stand. The reason this moment could lead to a mistrial.
Plus, supply chain crisis help. The White House bringing relief straight to the Savannah port. The reason local officials say it'll cause more issues and why it could end up costing you more money.
Our veterans are still sacrificing to keep us free.
A day spent honoring our military service members past and present on this Veterans Day. We're hearing from our local vets about what this holiday means to them.
It is right now 6 o'clock on your Thursday morning, and you are looking live at the World War II Memorial on River Street in downtown Savannah. Thank you to all of those veterans for your service. There are several events happening across our area to honor you today, and we'll tell you all about them in just a few minutes. But we do want to thank you for waking up with us right here on WJCL 22. I'm Emma Hamilton.
And I'm Ashley Garrett. We do have to get a check of that certified most accurate forecast with meteorologist Jonathan Myers on this Veterans Day.
Yeah.
Lots of events and freebies for veterans.
Yes.
What's the weather going to do?
Looking nice. Maybe a shower or two, but definitely not a washout by no means for today. And here's that forecast. Starting things off this morning, not as chilly as it has been. And remember the last couple mornings we started out into the 40s. Most of us right now in the 50s, and we'll see that parade in Savannah starts at 10 o'clock, 70 degrees. That is mild for Veterans Day, start of the parade in Savannah. Then in the afternoon, how about 76? That'll feel nice today. Chances for showers will be very small, only about 30% chance of spotty shower this morning, but we will see a few showers around as we go into the afternoon and also into the early evening. Live radar not showing a whole lot. A few showers there around Mentor, northern parts of Montgomery, Toombs County, even around Jessup, seeing a sprinkle or two. But the lighter rain that we'll see moving in later today, that'll eventually push through as we go into late this afternoon into the evening. That'll give us that little better chance for some widely scattered showers this afternoon. Now here's our forecast for today. After 2 o'clock will be the best time in the rain, and then dry weather moves in for tomorrow and also will remain mild as we wrap up the work week. But cooler weather is in that certified most accurate forecast just in time for the weekend. I'll detail that for you in less than 10 minutes.
Well, let's head outside for a live look at traffic. This is Highway 80 at I-95, where you see no traffic issues to report at this time. Well, right now, supply chain crisis help. This morning, trucking companies are scrambling to get used to the White House's new supply chain relief plan. Emma, the biggest change is pop-up ports, we understand?
Yeah, Ashley, transportation agencies both here and across the country are trying to figure out how these pop-up locations will affect their day-to-day operations.
These inland ports are going to be further inland, which is going to cost more money to get to. We won't know when it goes into effect, when it's supposed to happen, or anything until the port tells us, and so we can't even estimate how much it's going to cost to get out there and get back.
Terminal manager Heather Ager tells WJCL that she has a lot of questions about the new White House Task Force action plan. A White House administrator told us earlier this week the pop-up solution is one of the first steps to help the Port of Savannah's backlog. Ager says they're beneficial, but not for everyone.
It helps being able to get the full containers off the vessel and get the vessels moving. It does not help anybody else get them out.
As for the domino effects, she mentioned it'll cost them more money to get these off-site ports, meaning that they'll trickle down to the customer and eventually us who are buying these goods. Ashley, unfortunately, bad news this morning. There doesn't seem to be an end in sight.
It's a global issue. Lots of groups are working to address. Emma, we thank you so much. Well, President Joe Biden says the newly passed infrastructure bill will help fix supply chain issues and rising inflation, but critics say they aren't so sure. Ike Diaz is in our Washington bureau sharing how the president is responding to those concerns.
The president says taming inflation is a priority, but many Americans are worried that prices will go even higher before they come down. Inflation at a 30-year high. The Labor Department says we're paying 6.2% more on everyday items now than we were this time last year.
We got higher demand for goods at the same time we're facing disruptions in the supplies to make those goods.
Supply chain issues coupled with labor shortages are hitting the country right before the holidays when Americans are looking to buy gifts and visit loved ones.
We've gone for a couple of generations now without seeing this kind of inflation, so people just aren't used to this kind of hit in their pocketbook.
The Treasury Secretary and the Fed chair have both called the rising prices transitory, but how much longer will they last? Some economists say blame the pandemic.
It is still all over these inflation numbers in terms of people not wanting to spend on services and throwing all that money at the goods sector instead. It's just yet again a reminder that until we get the virus under real control in a way we have not yet, it's going to drive a lot of economic events.
Even though wages are up, which is good, they're offset by the fact that people are paying more on rent, gas, and groceries. In Washington, I'm Aixa Diaz.
And there's pressure on the Federal Reserve to take some action to control prices. Higher interest rates could come sooner rather than later.
In just hours, the trial for the men accused of murdering Ahmaud Arbery is set to continue. Inside the courtroom yesterday, we heard more testimony from law enforcement and some of the first non-law enforcement witnesses in the case. A Glenn County police sergeant testified during his interview with Gregory McMichael that day. McMichael told him he chased Arbery down without knowing if he committed a crime.
Did this guy break into a house today?
And what did Greg McMichael say in response from line 8 to line 13?
Well, that's just it. I don't know. That's what I told what's her name out there. I said, listen, you might want to go knock on doors down there because this guy had just done something that he was fleeing from.
Civil rights icon Reverend Al Sharpton was outside of the courtroom yesterday during a prayer service with the Arbery family. He said people all across the country are laser focused on what the verdict in this trial will be.
Why did you think it was important to come out to Brunswick today to support the Arbery family?
I wanted to be here if my presence meant something to them. And if it sent a signal to others, I wanted to do that.
The trial is set to resume this morning at 9. And don't forget, you can watch the entire trial on our website. That's WJCL.com or on our free WJCL 22 News app. And there you can find even more from Reverend Al Sharpton, as well as reaction from Ahmaud Arbery's family.
There were 3 people right there.
And new this morning, a dramatic turn in another high-profile murder case. Kyle Rittenhouse breaks down on the stand during testimony yesterday. And now ABC's Andrew Denbert explains Rittenhouse's legal team may now seek a mistrial.
Day 8 of the Kyle Rittenhouse trial gets underway this morning after intense drama in court Wednesday.
That's basic law. It's been basic law in this country for 40 years, 50 years.
And Rittenhouse breaking down on the stand. The 18-year-old is charged with shooting 3 people, killing 2 of them, Joseph Rosenbaum and Anthony Huber, during protests in Kenosha, Wisconsin last year. Rittenhouse says he opened fire in self-defense. He says Rosenbaum threatened him before the shooting.
She screamed, "If I catch any of alone, I'm going to kill you."
Rittenhouse then choked up.
Mr. Rosenbaum was now running from my right side, and I was cornered from in front of me with Mr. Zeminski, and there were there were 3 people right there.
The problem with a breakdown like that is if you're inclined to believe him, you feel sorry for him, and if you're inclined not to believe him, you think he's faking it.
Prosecutors attempted to dismantle Rittenhouse's argument that he had traveled to Kenosha to protect businesses from looting.
Why do you need the gun when you go out there?
I need the gun because if I had to protect myself because somebody attacked me.
Why would you think anybody would do that?
I don't know.
Then the judge scolding the lead prosecutor for attempting to discuss a video of Rittenhouse from days before the shooting.
Pardon me?
That was before the defense
testimony. Don't get brazen with me. You knew very well. You know very well that an attorney can't go into these types of areas when the judge has already ruled.
The defense is now seeking a mistrial with prejudice. If the judge approves that request, Rittenhouse cannot be retried for the crimes.
Rittenhouse has pleaded not guilty to homicide and attempted homicide charges. We expect to hear from 3 more witnesses. Jury deliberations, meanwhile, are likely to begin next week. Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
6:10 now, and new this morning, a federal judge has ruled that Texas's ban on mask mandates in schools violates the Americans with Disabilities Act. That's according to court documents filed overnight in U.S. District Court for the Western District of Texas. Well, last month, the state of South Carolina won a legal challenge against its mask mandate ban in schools. An appellate court denied the Justice Department's request to block the law. Well, this morning, several streets in Savannah will be closed for the Veterans Day Parade, set to take place at 10 this morning at Abercorn and Gwinnett Streets. It'll turn on Montgomery Street and travel to Oglethorpe and Price Streets. Now, we have everything you need to know about closures and the route of that parade on our website, that's WJCL.com. Today, we are honoring veterans throughout our community, thanking them for their service.
We also asked several what it meant to them to serve.
I value the service of all veterans from E1 up the chain of command. People recognize the service and sacrifice of our veterans and those serving active duty, so it's important that we keep that up.
That was Lieutenant Colonel Doug Andrews, who served in the U.S. Army for 22 years. All day long, you'll be hearing from different veterans, including a few who are a part of our team right here at WJCL. And we're certainly thankful for them and, of course, all veterans here in our area.
We can't say that enough.